Hello again in PHP for beginners. We are in part 19. Last part we talked about the variable scope in PHP. Today we'll speak about classes, and I will not go deep in classes. I will just show you just a simple class, because this course for beginners, so I will not make a complicated class. So let's start. This is the code. So now all this function, you don't need any of this. So let's create a class. The syntax of the class, you just need the word class, and you need to give a name for this class. So let's say user. So we will need to start with capital letter. So this is a user, and we need curly brackets, and this is the syntax. Now each class have some properties, so you can make a public variable and you can make a private variable. If you make private variable, which always more secure, you can use this variable only inside the class. You cannot use it outside of the class. So let's say private first, and as a normal variable you give it a name. Let's say name. So user, he need a name, and let's make another one, and a user need, for example, an email. So this is a user, he have a name and email, but now this variable, they are private. So let's make, to access this from outside, you can make a public. Actually we need a constructor for this user. So if you want to create a user, you made a class and you can create many as you want of users. So we need for each user to be able to create a new user, need constructor. So the constructor usually is public. So you need to write function underscore construct, and we need the brackets and the curly brackets. I forget the C here. Construct. So this is the constructor. It's a function. It's a public function. This is the syntax for it. So you need a parameters, because here each user need a name and email. So you need to use it as a parameter, so you can have access to this when you want to create a user. So here we put name and colon and an email, and here inside you need to assign the value to this email and name to create a user. So and we do it by this. We use this word. This word means the user. We need the arrow like this, and put name equal to name this one. So you put this, it's the user name. It will get this, the name of the user, and we assign it to the name, to this. So when we call this constructor from outside, which is a new user, you can put as a parameter the first parameter name and second parameter email, and you will assign a value to this too. So you cannot assign a value directly. You can assign value for this only when you create a new user by using the constructor. So we need to do the same with the email. We need the word this, we need the arrow, and we need email and equal to the variable email. And don't forget the semicolon. And with the constructor we are done. So now we make a user. So how we create a new user? You need to assign it to variable. For example, let's say a user, let's say user1 equal to, you need to use the word new, and you need to use the user, and this user it will be the class. And now you like this, and you put the first, because this is the constructor now, this one. Now we call in the constructor here to create a new user. So we need to give him a name like Mike, and we give him an email like Mike at gmail.com. So here the new user have a name Mike and the email. So this is how we create a user. So how we can echo the name. Can we echo the name here? No, like this we cannot do. So let's try echo the name. So we need the user1, and we need the name of this user. Actually, in this way we can we forget something. They have syntax error. Let's say where is the wrong? It's like nothing wrong. We need to semicolon over the class. No. Saying task unexpected function constructor, the string expecting function, the function no const. Oh yeah, so we need yes, like this. This is how we to underscore constructor, and the word function should be separated from the word. So this is how, and here how we access the name of the user, because now we create a user, we give it a name, and we give it an email. So let's check, can we echo this or not? If we refresh, we should get Mike. No, we get cannot access private property. So we cannot access private property. So how we can access this, I will show you so fast. This is the last video of this course, so I will show you how to access this. You need to make another function inside this. The function, it will return the name. So let's say I will copy the function. So this is public function, so we have access to it from outside, but the function, she can't access the private because she's inside the class. So by this, we're calling this user and the name of this user, and this is the name. So, and how we call it, how we get the name here. So this is the function which allowed us to access the name. You can't do the same to access the email, but now I will show you only to access one variable, and you can use it in future on your own. So how we access it, the same way we get the user one. The user one, he have this function, a public function, which is get name. So let's say get name function and call it. So here we call the get name function. We just call it. The function, it will return this value, this name, which this name. So let's check, we will get the name or not. And we get Mike. So this is how we access a private value inside the class. So this is so nobody can override this directly. You need a function to do this. So this is more security, and to access it and use it in your code, you can make a function access public function, return this value, the name, and you call this function from outside after you create the user. So here we're creating the user, and the user one, we need the arrow, and after that you call the function let's get the name to override the value here. You can make a set, because this is a get, so this is a getter to get value. You can make a new public function to set a value for the variable, so you can override from outside. And this is set, you can set name, so you can create function and update this function. So this is everything for this video, and this is the end of this course, PHP for Beginners, and thank you for watching.